apparently Grindelwald used to be like a good character, right? He was doing a lot of good things for the Wizarding World, and he started dating this Muggle. And the Muggle, one day, they got into an argument, and she took a shit in his bed.
Welcome back to another episode of Grow in the Show, where we're going back to a podcast style. This is going to be the raw, unedited, but edited version.
Yeah.
If you like it, we'll be leaving clips. If you want to subscribe for more, check us out. We are nothing without our fans. Isn't that right, Bradley?
Yeah. All two of them.
I am 4 episodes into the second season of Euphoria.
All right. How you like it so far?
It's okay. It's a little intense.
Yeah, it gave me anxiety when I was watching it. I think I told you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those shows that, like, it's not like suspenseful there's way more suspenseful shows, right? But it's like it seems so close to home. Not that I was partying all the time and like, because this is the most partying high school I've ever seen. They throw ragers every fucking day, it seems like. But
Just high school full of sluts, dude.
yeah,
I wish I went to the high school. There's so many sluts.
The best dressed high school I've ever seen in my life. Like, like everybody's dressed to the. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, we wouldn't fit in though, for real.
No, not at all. Not us in high school. Hell no.
Yeah, they'd have been like, "What are you smoking weed, you pussy? We're doing fentanyl." Like what?
Yeah, true. Very, very true. Yeah, so I don't know. It was interesting. The first season, I was like, oh, it's kind of boring, but it keeps me tied in. And honestly, one of my favorite characters is that Fez character. He's probably
honestly, that's everybody's favorite character. That's not a unique thing.
I didn't think it was. I just think like
he's pretty cool.
He's probably my favorite character.
Nate's pretty cool too.
I know he's not.
He is the best character.
You know what's funny is like, and I don't give a fuck about spoilers, you know that. And I'm like halfway through the second season, and I kept waiting for like a Nate redemption or something, like for them. Like, is he just gonna stay bad the whole time? Is he gonna have some type of redemption?
But I will say this: Nate is a dickhead, obviously, but Nate is the best character. And I told this to like my girlfriend, and she thought like you're fucking toxic, and this. And I'm like, no. He's the best character because he is the most well-rounded character. You do find out a lot of stuff about him,
and I'm sure
and the way he feels and like what he's going through. He is the most. He's the deepest.
Maybe
with what's going on. No, he is. I mean, not with like everybody else is just very shallow and like vapid, and even
they are.
Rue. She has a reason why she's in drugs, but it's like, oh, my dad died. It's like there's no deep story. It's her dad died, and she's upset and like she's rebelling.
I mean, she even says she's like, I wish it was that simple that my dad died, but she started doing it when her dad had cancer and stuff. So like,
but that's the reason behind it was her dad. And Nate's is a lot of things, and like I said, he just has a very
So I just finished
deep story, and Fez does too, which is why I like Fez. When they go into a little more of Fez's backstory,
that was the only reason I started on the second. I'll be real, that's the only reason I started on the second season so quickly. Like I finished the first season yesterday, and I'm already halfway through the second season. And the only reason why I even started watching it was because, that last episode happens. Fez and Ash are in the house, and the drug dealer comes in and he's like, I heard you got raided, and then like there's this, and you're like, oh shit, what's about to happen? And then there was nothing. I was like, what the fuck? How are you going to end a season and I don't even know what happened? So and like immediately that was the first episode of the second season. So I was like, all right, you won me back over already.
No, they're great. I mean, Fez and and Ashtray.
Ash is
they're
sick.
both cool as fuck.
Yeah. No, to be honest, like, it's like a more dramatic version of like 13 Reasons Why. You know what I mean? It's like without the sure, but without the suicide part of it. It's like a more partying, dramatic version of 13 Reasons Why. Maybe a little bit better acting. More drug use and stuff like that. But I think, it can relate to a lot of people because I'm sure a lot of people did some stuff like that in high school. It's just crazy to me. Where did they get all this fucking money? How can they just afford all these drugs?
Well,
how can they afford to party all the time?
It's because they live in California.
I get that, but still.
Yeah, they're all rich kids.
I mean, still. They don't all look like they're rich. Yeah.
No, I
Like
mean
the
most of
Maddie
them.
character, she looks like she lives in a fucking the trailer park of California
Yeah,
homes.
she does, but she's also super fucking hot, so everybody
I
buys stuff
guess
for her. Like
that's
it's
true.
if you're really hot, you're never poor.
I'm
That's a
assuming
fact.
that's your favorite character,
Who?
Maddie.
No, I hate Maddie. She's my least favorite. I can't stand her.
But like attractiveness wise,
Oh yeah, attractive. She's definitely the most attractive out
that's
of
what.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I
The
meant. That's more what I meant.
personality wise, she is terrible.
No, so I was gonna
Um,
say like I just finished the episode where Cal, it's like his episode with the head injury, and he like goes to the gay bar and he
yeah.
comes back home with his dick out and everything, and
Dude,
like
that was a good scene.
I love that was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Oh my, I was cracking. I'm by myself. I just finished it like 30 minutes ago before I started making dinner, and I'm like cracking up watching this fucking episode. It
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah, it was good. The only other thing about that is kind of like we talked about, like there's a lot of unnecessary sex and nudity,
Yeah,
like
there's a lot
stuff
of
that just kind of I think
that.
takes away from it.
That's the only thing that throws me off about the show is like, and I don't know if this is like just me. Maybe maybe it's a good thing. I feel this way. I don't know. But like when I know like they're trying to portray a teenager, it's like these nude
Yeah.
scenes. It's like, ew. Like
Oh yeah, especially
it's like
what's the girl?
she's
The
like
Maddie's
24,
friend's
25.
girl,
Oh, Cassie. Yeah.
Cassie. It's like when they show her big juicy tits all the time, huge, just juicy tits. And like even when me and Lola were watching, I was like, God damn, those are some juicy tits. And then I'm like, oh, how old is? I had to Google how old she was before I
She's of
spoke.
age.
Yeah, she's definitely of age.
I've
She's
seen
like
her
our
before.
age. Actually, but
I think
she
she's
looks
like,
way better than us.
if it's the same person, I think she's friends with Halsey because that's where I've seen her before. Is
Oh,
like
I don't know about. I don't follow
yeah,
Halsey on a regular,
I
but
do. I
yeah,
follow Halsey. So
yeah. All I know is Halsey don't have big juicy tits like that. So that's what it comes down to, man. But yeah,
no,
but
it's a
I think that a lot when you watch this stuff. It's like these are supposed to be teenagers, and you keep showing me big juicy fucking tits and a
and
lot of dicks,
a lot of dicks. Dude.
a lot of dicks, a little on the larger side. Made me very uncomfortable.
Can you show
Made me
some
feel bad
smaller
about
ones?
myself. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if they're like, oh, okay, these are regular dicks.
They're all
Show a
above
dick that
average.
looks like mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
Dude
they
just takes
do,
his shit one day and it's like, I was like,
dude,
what the fuck?
the one they do show that's like, kind of like probably around us is the dude that's like got the tiniest fucking dick, and the girl's like, diving like, yeah, you little tiny dick bitch, you little fucking pathetic, you can't come yet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, what is this the only dude that has an
And I
awesome-
think, one thing about the show is like, I was like, damn, they're giving way too much leverage to this fat bitch.
Yeah.
She was
Hold
the
on,
worst
hold on.
character. I'm just saying, she was the worst character. It's like, oh man, she's walking around like she's like hot shit because some fucking obese nerd in his bedroom's paying her to shame him.
Hey.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, some people, if they get off like that, whatever.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they got off and gave her a little too much confidence. Like someone should have.
Yeah, I kind of did.
You know,
Yeah, I
knocked
don't
her
know.
down
Yeah,
with pay.
I will say I'm not the biggest fan of her character in general.
Nah,
It's just
that's what I'm saying.
I
She
don't
doesn't
know.
have, like I said, like a deep story. Like even like in my head, like Cassie has a deeper story than, and they go. I don't know if you got to the point where they go into it. She has a deeper story
Oh,
than
with her
like
dad
a
and
lot of
everything?
the other characters. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
saw that.
and the way why she acts like she is. Like Maddie, I think, with the real reason I didn't like her was because when they was like when she was going in her story, she was just like, I thought about what I wanted to do when I grew up, and it was just do nothing. I just want to be taken care of and all this stuff. And immediately I was like, I fucking hate that bitch.
Yeah.
And I got a big argument with my significant other because of it. Because I was like, what are you talking about? That's all. She's just like, I don't want to do anything, and you're
Yeah.
defending her. She don't want to cook. She don't want to clean. She don't want to
Nothing.
work. She don't want to do. She just wants to do nothing.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's not like, hey, I wish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I
if
could
someone
be-
wanted me to do that, but
Yeah. If I could be an attractive female who didn't do anything, I would,
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean, like,
trade
you're
me
fucking-
right now.
yeah, it ain't like you're Amber Heard and get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
She can
sit
get
on your
away
bed.
with that shit. You can't. Yeah. I mean, apparently she's the throat goat. So
Apparently, I told you before. I mean, a lot of people might find her very, very attractive. I mean, she's a very pretty girl.
yeah, I'm
I
not
don't-
saying she's not pretty, and I'm
I
not
just
saying
don't-
that I don't find her super attractive. But what I am saying is when I seen how Johnny Depp was acting about it and like the text messages, I just knew she had some of the best pussy that's probably exists in America right
The
now.
craziest ones, dude.
Oh, she probably puts that shit down, and that's why I'd probably be like, yeah, you can shit in the bed if you want to. It's cool.
I lose a finger because of it. Like, you know, like.
I'd cut my fucking finger off for some head like that. What are you talking about? One
Anyways,
finger?
but yeah, almost
Which
done.
one? That's
How
the
long? How long ago did the second season of Euphoria come out?
couple years ago.
No, the second season.
Yeah,
The
I think so. I think it
like
came out
it
in
just.
2020.
No, I thought it just came out.
No, the third season just came out.
There's no third season, is there?
Yeah, I thought so. Am I fucking
No,
wrong?
I think the second season just came out.
Maybe you're right. I'm wrong. I
Yeah.
don't know why I thought there was 3 seasons.
No, the
Cut that
second
out.
season. Yeah, I will.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Well, I just want to
Yeah,
make.
season 3. I got that fucking end, dog. I told you I've been talking to Maddie.
Well,
Little bitch.
remember when I told you about what was I watching? Oh my god, what was that show? Oh, it was Umbrella Academy with my ex. Like we were watching. I was like, oh hey, the second season of Umbrella Academy come out. Let's she's never watched it. Let's watch the
Yeah.
first season together. So we started watching the first season and everything, like an episode every night. And I was like, hey, you know, I'm at work. Go ahead and watch it, because she was also a female who didn't do anything. Anyways, she took care of the kids. And I come home one day and she goes, hey, we should watch Umbrella Academy. I'm all caught up. You know, I'm halfway through, or we should start watching the Umbrella Academy. I'm halfway through the second season. And I thought she misspoke, because there's only 2 seasons out, Brad. You know, I was like, oh yeah, we'll finish the first season. We'll watch the second season together. This motherfucker watched half the second season without me. Without me. I didn't even want to watch it anymore. Like,
Yeah,
what's the
dude.
point of watching it now? Like,
She would deserve some shit in her
that
bed.
broke the relationship code right there. That's when I knew. That's when I knew. I quit smoking. Did I tell you that?
Yeah.
Nice. I've been doing
Started
this though.
vaping.
Yeah, I did start this.
Which kind did you get?
Kiwi Dragonberry.
Oh, is that like an actual vape?
Yeah. Like nicotine vape.
I don't know if you're doing like the disposable ones from the gas station or something.
I mean, like at a vape shop, I guess. I mean, it's disposable. I just throw this away.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's it. And it's gone. Never see it again. It said like 300 puffs, but I have been on this for like more than a week.
Maybe you don't puff that much.
I guess so. But it does feel nice. It feels nice not to smoke cigarettes anymore. I don't know. There's a part of me, like, I'm not doing it for anybody. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, hey, this person asked me to, or anything like that, or I'm trying to get healthier, or anything like that. I just was like, I don't want to buy cigarettes. That's really all it came down to.
Smoking cigarettes is still fun every once in a while. Like I remember,
It is.
anytime I'm with people drinking, like last time I was with you, I smoked like half of your pack of cigarettes. Yeah. I was like, anytime you would light up, I'd be like, give me one of them cigarettes, bro. Like, you know, it's fun. The nicotine rushes through your veins, makes your dick hard. You know what I'm saying? Makes my dick hard.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like when me and like Pat go to sporting events, you know, still smoke a cigarette, or not basketball, but baseball games. I feel like you got to at a baseball game, you know?
Yeah,
like
no, it's all
beer.
Cool. Yeah, I think cigarettes, I stopped dipping, and like I have like the little nicotine pouches, which I don't really need them. I just like having something. I feel like being sober just sucks.
It does.
You know?
I want the fentanyl patches from Euphoria.
Hell yeah, dude. I'll fucking be sticking them to the bottom of my feet soles. And I remember I stuck a can in the freezer, and I was like, I'm going to dip on Thanksgiving. And I put a dip in on Thanksgiving, and I was like, oh, this is gross. And I was like, I don't want to dip anymore. But when it came to smoking, when other people are smoking, I'm like, hit me one of them cigarettes, and you feel that rush in your, because you know when you're smoking, it doesn't taste like cigarette anymore. But when you don't smoke, and when you smoke a cigarette, you can taste the tobacco, and it's just like, oh, that feels good.
Yeah, it does. It does. There's nothing better. I think it's like Connor on Pat McAfee's show. Like he's like, there's nothing better than a morning cigarette. Like that first morning cigarette. Like, there's nothing better, because you still get that buzz from a cigarette. It doesn't matter how long you've been smoking cigarettes. You hit that first morning cigarette, sometimes you still get that buzz every now and then. You're like, yeah. That's what I remember.
Yeah, it's just because you had, 8 hours of no cigarettes. You know, it's the only time during the day you have that, yeah. I don't know. I mean, shit, if I were to take a hit off a cigarette right now, I'm liable to fucking cum. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's been no. I'm gonna hate it. Don't get me wrong. I've smoked a cigarette. You know, I've smoked a spliff. I don't buy cigarettes anymore though. That's really all it is. Not buying them anymore.
I still never smoked a spliff. I really want to. I think I told you I went
Oh,
and I was like
there,
trying to buy tobacco. There was nobody that sold tobacco.
man, they're amazing. I know some people go 50-50. Pat's like a 50-50 person. Like one American Spirit cigarette is like 4 spliffs for me. Like I don't eat that much tobacco in my spliff. So I'm like a 75-25 kind of guy.
Yeah, I
Some
guess I
people
could have bought American Spirits. I was looking for tobacco. I was
Yeah.
like, hey, you got fucking, you
Yeah,
know, when we were to the
just-
gas station and all the fucking homeless dudes would come in with like $8 some
Yeah.
change and buy one of those big ass things at
Mhm.
Tops. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I know.
And no one
Buglers are
sells that
fine.
anymore.
Like I wish there were still buglers because I probably would buy some because they weren't that expensive. You know, a bag was what like $5 or something. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I'm saying
Like,
that. I think it was like $7 some change. Still, for a whole bag, it's probably fucking like 10 packs of cigarettes, you know?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'd rather just do that. But regardless, I'm done smoking cigarettes. It feels nice. I don't hate myself as much.
Yeah. And you don't smell as bad,
That's true.
you know? Just because you can, it don't matter what you do, you know when people smoke.
Well, and like this is more of like a trigger thing because there's like a lot of things like over just so many years that you just develop a tobacco addiction. So it's like getting in a car. I would always light up a cigarette. That was just like a, you know, it just became a habit. If I get in a car, I need to light up a cigarette. You know, after I eat, I usually go smoke a cigarette, you know? Like it's just one of those, there's just these things. Like you go on break from work and you go smoke
Yeah.
a cigarette, you know?
Well, also, it gives you, like, the hardest part for me is smoking a cigarette gave me a reason to take a break.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, all right, I'm going to go smoke real quick and I'll be back. And then it gave me, like, because of what I did, it was like, all right, it gives me a second to walk away and just be by myself.
That's why I started smoking. Like that was my first job. I was 15 at a diner, and like you know I was in high school, so like I only worked for 3-4 hours, so I didn't get a break. But other people who are my age would get breaks, and I'm like, why the fuck are they getting a break?
Dude, you worked at a roller rink.
It was a diner in a roller rink. What the fuck?
It was a fucking.
I wasn't out there giving people skates, dude. I was a waiter in the diner area.
You were serving people chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Yeah.
The hell? It was a diner still. That doesn't take that away.
That served just chili dogs. That was it.
No. But anyways, regardless.
What else they have there?
Everything. Chicken tenders, pizza.
Everything. Chicken
milkshakes.
tenders.
Milkshakes. Like that's like a staple of a diner. You know?
Yeah, but it was 95% milk. And you just shook it up. It was different.
You know, the only people who like my age that were go outside, they were smoking cigarettes, so they'd get a break. I remember my first cigarette. I don't know if you remember yours.
Yeah, I did the same thing actually. It's when I worked at the gas station.
I was way
That's
later.
when I started smoking.
Yeah, I started smoking at that point.
I started smoking. I was like 19, dude. I
Yeah.
developed late.
Yeah, I was.
No,
like
I went.
15.
I worked
16.
at the gas station, and I was like, I just wanted a reason to walk around the parking lot because all the smokers got all these breaks, and I worked third shift. So I started smoking Marble Smooths because it tasted like a peppermint.
So disgusting. I hated those things.
Oh, I can't smoke one now because one night we got really drunk and I threw up a bunch, and all I could taste is smooth. So now just if I took a hit of a Marble Smooth, it would make me gag.
Yeah, that's awful. I couldn't even do that. Like I'm always a Newport guy. You know, was always just a new menthol Newport guy. So it's good to not do it anymore. But man, there are certain days where I'm like sitting here and I'm not doing anything. Like right now, I think I'm jittery because I'm thinking about fucking cigarettes and stuff. But like, I'm like, oh, I want to go. I'm gonna go buy a pack. Like, why not? Fuck it, I'm gonna go buy a pack. And then I just talk myself out of it.
It's hard at first. I think quitting smoking was easier than quitting dipping, in my opinion.
I've never, luckily, and that shit's disgusting. I'm glad I never developed a dipping habit.
Yeah, well, you think it's disgusting, but when you start doing it, like, it's a much better feeling because it's way more nicotine. It's way more. And then, like, you get to the habit of having it in your mouth, and then it's like constant nicotine. So you don't have to really worry about, unless you're just self-conscious of people looking at you, but you can still put small amounts in and like use a cup or whatever. But it's so much nicotine that even like when you're used to it, when you put a big fucking dip in, it's like your whole body gets that rush and it stays with you for a while.
I never think it was about it was never about the tobacco as much as it was, the act of smoking. I think it was like maybe a little 50-50, I guess. Like, I wanted that nicotine, but it was really the act of smoke. I never wanted to just, and also once again, I never did it. So maybe that would have become my smoking if I would have just started dipping. But bro,
That's why I
seems
dipped.
like such a gross habit.
The person that I worked for, she was like, "Hey, from now on, smokers, you have to," like, we were on this big lot, and they're like, "You have to walk all the way to the other side," and it was like a mile. And I was like, I'm not gonna walk all the way there, smoke. So I just started dipping, and then she was all upset because like it was me and like 3 other dudes, and we all started dipping together. So now we're just sitting in our offices. We're all together, like in on like a thing, and then we all just had fucking dip cups.
No, I think, it's good to break certain habits like that. I used to always tell people there's worse addictions I could have, I could be doing heroin or something.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just
heroin's
smoking
only cool
cigarettes.
if you're like a fucking, play guitar. Outside of that, people frown.
Yo, speaking of, I had no idea Dominic Fike was in the second season of Euphoria, and I was like hype as hell when I saw him. I was like, what the fuck?
I
I
had
had
no
no
clue who that
idea.
was until
Oh,
seeing
really?
Euphoria. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love his music. Yeah.
Well,
You
he
ever
plays
listen?
a really cool ballad, a nice, beautiful ballad at the end of it.
Oh, does he? You
It's
should
a
listen.
really weird moment. It's a good song, but it's a weird moment that just like
God,
it's
now
in like the middle of the episode, and
I
it's
think it's
just
called
like him
Three
playing an
Nights.
entire song.
I gotta look it up. I think it's called Three Nights. That's probably one of my favorite songs by him. I might just be making all this up, and I'm thinking of
Yeah, did you
someone.
know he dates the trans girl?
Oh,
That's his
really?
girlfriend. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Three Nights. That's the name of the song. Yeah, he's got some music. Listen, Three Nights, phone numbers,
I only
baby
know that
doll.
because I was when he played the song. I was like, man, he's a really good singer. So I
Mm-hmm.
looked him up, and then I was like, oh, he has other songs. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's pretty good. And then I seen a video with them together, and I was like, oh, they're actually dating.
Oh,
That's
good for
why they have
them.
like good chemistry.
Yeah, good for them. Oh, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's definitely like he breaks the like I don't know, just the super. It's almost why I like the Fez character, but he breaks like that super intensity of that everyone's got going on. Everyone's just so intense, right? Everything that's going on in their lives is just so intense, so they make it so intense that it's just like the lightheartedness that of everything, It's who I would have been hanging out with, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I would only be hanging out with Fez. Nobody
I
else in
definitely
that
would.
whole.
I definitely would have been hanging out with Fez.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else in there would have been wanting to hang out with me.
No, probably
Maybe
not.
Maddie. Maybe.
No, shut that.
No, I'm just kidding. She wouldn't. Maybe Cassie.
Nah, I still don't think so.
I think Cassie might like me with her big, juicy fucking tits.
But yeah, I think Rue would have been cool to hang out with.
I wouldn't hang out with her. She's too sad all the time. I get annoyed.
I guess so.
Yeah, all of
Anyways,
them are fucking lame.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what they got going on. It's so crazy. But there's just no other show right now that I was really wanting to watch.
I will say, I would have beat Nate's ass.
Hell yeah.
The way he act when Fez beat the shit out of him, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And he like didn't hold back. He beat the shit out of him. I was like, "God damn, he deserved that. He needed a good ass whooping."
Oh yeah. Well, it's why I don't. Like I said, I kept waiting for his redemption, and I was like, "Oh, is this gonna be his redemption? Like, is this season his redemption arc where he like isn't
Nah,
as
he
bad
don't
of a
really have a
character?"
redemption.
No, that dude is still a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but again, they do go into why he's a piece of shit.
It's whatever.
And like the mental trauma that he's had. But
I don't feel bad for Dahmer. I don't feel bad for, any of these fucking. Well, I guess Dahmer's a bad example, but I don't feel bad for any of these other serial. Yeah, I don't feel bad for any other serial killers that had awful childhoods.
He's not really a serial killer. He's just
I'm
a
just
fucking
saying. I'm just saying.
narcissist.
These people with bad childhoods. I just don't.
Yeah, but no, they don't really do that. But like you said, there's a very deep thing going on. I think he's one of the most complex characters. And then Fez is as well. Fez is definitely, like I said, the coolest fucking character.
Yeah, I like Fez. I like the relationship.
Ending of the season is heartbreaking in a couple ways.
Oh, really? Damn,
because
does people die?
Yeah,
Someone die?
not necessarily.
Does someone OD? Is that what happens?
Nah,
Not
No,
necessarily. It's like, what?
no.
How does someone not necessarily die? That doesn't even make
Yeah.
sense.
Also, Rue is dumb as shit, man. She bothers me so much. It's like, hey,
Yeah. Well,
bad things can really happen to you. Why are you doing this shit?
Well, like I said, I just finished the 4th episode. And I don't know if you remember what that one is, but she got the suitcase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the
immediately
fourth
I was like, this is a terrible fucking idea. Are you an idiot?
Terrible idea. And then I was like, 50K, girl. Anyways, and then like,
It
yeah,
had no goal to sell it.
no, never had a goal to sell it. Yeah,
Like, what the fuck were you gonna do with it?
it just kept.
Just use all of it?
Also, keep it under her bed where her mom knows she's like a known drug addict. Where like that. Anyways,
In a
awful.
random suitcase. At least put it in one of your suitcases. Don't keep it in that suitcase. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So crazy. So that's the episode I just finished where like she just realized Jules was there, flushed all the drugs down the toilet. I was like, damn, Jules, you wouldn't have even like you should have known like something was involved. Like she's gonna get murdered. I don't know. I don't
Immediately,
know.
if I found that much drugs under my kid's bed, I'd be like, "All right, you're into something more than
Yeah.
dealing drugs."
Like as mad as I would be, I can like I gotta keep these. I can't like get rid of these.
Yeah,
Like
I
we gotta
can't
return
flush
this.
all these. Yeah, we need to figure something out. What are we doing?
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
we move. Like we gotta move because obviously like you're in some shit.
or we ride on them motherfuckers
Yeah.
and
Yeah, we
take
do.
over their operation.
Dude, that was like the best part of that last. I will say the last episode, the cinematography in the show is outstanding at times, super outstanding. The last episode of the first season, the way they did certain things, super outstanding. I was so surprised about how everything like is. Whoever the director is, I applaud him. I'm not looking at it.
I
Like,
think it's Jordan Peele.
is it?
Yeah,
Or is he just like a producer of it?
no, he was the director.
Well, hats off to him if he's the director. Like it's super good. Like the way that the cinematography fits together, like I'm super impressed by it at times. But I will say I was just looking for a good show. So many people have suggested it. You suggested it. There's nothing else really going on right now. We're still waiting on Stranger Things, which I'm excited for Stranger Things. You know, like
I'm excited for Stranger Things just because, like, I want to. After that, I'm probably just gonna cancel my Netflix subscription
did you dude?
with
They're
everybody else.
they're tanking hard.
Yeah, I know. Good. Their shit's trash.
I mean, it's $15 now, which I just paid. I just paid the
Well,
$15 for the no ad Netflix, and like, what am I watching it for? Like, I'm not even stand up. I guess the stand up, like, but they haven't come out with any new stand up recently
nothing
either.
good. That's what I'm
No.
saying. It's all trash, man. And it's like it's so. I don't know. It's
COVID killed
everything they
stand
have
up,
has like a fucking agenda
but I
behind.
legit I kept Netflix because of all the stand up that was coming out. There was stand up happening all the time, coming out all the time. So I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And all my favorite comedians were like getting Netflix specials, you know? So like that's why I kept it.
Yeah,
And
some good, some bad.
you, I'm assuming you're hating on Theo.
Huh?
Were you hating on Theo right there?
No.
Who are you hating on? I just got back my HBO, obviously for Euphoria, and Hulu. Like I'm watching Hulu again because I love King of the Hill. That's like my guilty pleasure show. And anime. There's a lot of anime on Hulu.
We just got YouTube TV, and it's more expensive, but it's got a lot of shit on there.
Yeah, and that's like $70.
Yeah, I think the one we got's 50.
Hmm.
But it like replaces like cable and shit like that.
Mhm. I don't. I use Pluto. Like it's free.
Yeah. Well, we did too, but there's a lot of shows that don't come on
No, I feel you.
Pluto that
No,
are on there.
I get it.
And then they have some pretty cool shit. But no, honestly, I think the two best right now are fucking HBO Max. And because HBO Max has like good movies that have just come out in the movie theaters that goes on HBO Max. Disney Plus is really good.
You should give some anime a try though. There's some good ones I think you'd enjoy. Like I just know your style, and if you get past the animation part and you're thinking it's a cartoon or something, I know you'd enjoy the story.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I need to. I'll watch Attack on Titans.
Attack on Titan's good. I mean, you can wait until the full story's out, which I don't think it's going to be out for like next year, maybe. I don't know.
How many seasons are out?
4 seasons. But this fourth season's been in. Well, the second part just ended, and most times like something only has 2 parts, right? If you're breaking a season down, well, this season has 3 parts.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like, why the fuck y'all just end this shit? Just dragging it out. That's a good one. I think you'd like it. I think you'd enjoy the story behind it, especially if you can get past the first season because they are like children and. But it's some wild shit.
Yeah, I would check it out. Like I said, I watched that one on Amazon. It was anime-esque, I guess. I don't know. It was American, so it wasn't, I guess, called anime,
Sure.
but it was like a first animated thing I've watched. It was good.
I mean, if you could watch like DC Justice League type shit, Batman movies. Like you can find enjoyment in an anime. You just got to find which one you like.
Yeah, I do like the DC animated movies.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, so I'll have to check it out. I'll watch a little animations.
Did you watch the John Wayne Gacy thing on Netflix? I will say that's the other good thing about Netflix. They do have some good documentaries.
That's true. That's true.
You know,
I didn't know John Wayne Gacy had one. Have you seen?
they
This
just
is
made a
not.
new one.
Have you seen the trailer for the Black Phone? It's got Ethan Hawke in it, and he abducts a fucking kid, right? Scoops him up off the streets to do like diddling and stuff, and then he puts him in a fucking room, and there's like a phone on the wall, and it's broken. The cord's not even connected, and it just starts ringing. And when he answers the phone, he's talking to the other victims. Yeah, of this guy. And like they're like telling him what he should do to try to escape and stuff. Like all of them are sharing their knowledge with it. It's really fucking crazy. It's the same people. Did you ever watch Sinister?
No.
Sinister's really good, but it's the same
What's
people that
Sinister?
made Sinister.
That sounds familiar.
Sinister is Ethan Hawke as well, where which is why they probably cast him in this, where he moves into this house and he because he's a writer, and because his family like all died there, right? So he goes up in the attic and he finds these like snuff films and he starts watching them, and it's like all these fucking families being straight fucking murdered.
So like Archive 81 esque.
Yeah, but it's really cool. It's a good movie. Sinister 2 wasn't that great, but Sinister, the first one, the first time I watched it, Lola had went to Chicago with the kid, and I was at home by myself, and it was the first time in a long time I was like, I need to turn these lights on. You know? But it looked good.
Have you ever watched Sinner or The Sinner, whatever it is?
The Sinner?
Sinner. It's on Netflix. I think every season's like a different character, but the first season's Jessica Biel. And just to set it up for you, because I think you'll enjoy it, it's Jessica Biel and her family, her kid and her husband. Like, you know, there's obviously something happening with her. There's something going on with her mentally or whatever, but they're not really whatever. At the end of the episode, they're at the beach, and there's just like these two couples chilling on the beach in front of them, like in their 20s or whatever, having a good time, grab ass, kissing on each other. And like the dude like gets on top of the girl to start making out with her. And then Jessica Biel's character runs up with a fucking knife and just starts stabbing this motherfucker. Just in the neck, in the side of the neck, in the chest. Stabbed him like 80 times, it felt like. Like, it felt like 80 times. Like, the first, I was like, what is this show about? Like, I kept watching, I'm like, what is this show about? And then the first episode ended, I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, dude, you got my attention. Like,
yeah, that would make me erect.
Yeah. You should watch it. It was pretty good. Because then the rest of the season, it's like, why did she do this? You know?
Yeah, I'll check that out. I love Jessica Biel. She is fine.
Yeah, I hadn't seen her in anything since like I can't remember which one was last. It was either I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry or this like alien movie.
Yeah. Is she still fine?
Yeah, she's still fine. And they still show her ass. Yeah. Like
she still have them juicy fucking tits.
I don't know.
But yeah, the Black Phone it looks like a good movie.
They
at the end of the trailer, there's a phone number that you text.
No.
And they don't tell you what happens. Like I texted it.
No, thank you.
I texted it.
What happened?
I was like, I had nothing yet.
Oh, okay.
Apparently something will happen. I don't know what. I'm scared.
Okay.
I'm nervous. What if fucking Ethan Hawke shows up in my house?
That's probably what would happen.
That'd be fucking cool.
But
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't either. I forgot.
I've just been trying to find shows to watch, and that was like
Jessica Biel's juicy fucking tit.
HBO has this new show like Baby or The Baby or something like that. About this like demonic baby or something. Have you seen the trailer for it?
No, that doesn't even sound scary though. I would fucking win.
I think it's supposed to be like
babies are real easy to kill.
A comedy horror type deal.
Okay,
it's a show. It's a show. Yeah. It's But
my biggest problem with Voldemort, dude. Couldn't even kill a fucking baby. He's supposed to be the master of the fucking wizarding world.
That's something we could talk about. I've just finished watching the first two Fantastic Beasts movie.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. What do you think of old Grindelwald?
Grindelwald. I don't know. I'll have to see how the recasting goes in the third one. Like I didn't think Johnny Depp was too bad.
No, well the only reason apparently Grindelwald used to be like a good character, right? and was doing a lot of good things for the Wizarding World. And he started dating this Muggle, and the Muggle one day they got into an argument, and she took a shit in his bed. And then he was like, "Yo, we cannot let these Muggles into this shit. Like, we're superior. We got to keep them out. You can't be dating You can't fuck with these people." And that's why he went on that kind of tirade that he did.
Fair enough. Is that what the third one's about?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the lore. Yeah, that's canon.
That's canon. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out. Yeah. No, but it was pretty.
Walking around fucking fingerless.
They were pretty good. I didn't really like the first like 30 minutes of the first one. I watched the first 30 minutes of the first one was a little slow. I paused it for a while because it's like, is this what I want to watch? Then I just got back into it and it picked up. I liked it a little bit more. The second one I actually thought was better. I actually liked I like the second one more than I like the first one. Obviously I haven't seen the third one, but I think it'll be good. I like all the characters so far. It's a little corny at times, like that, that Harry Potter corniness, but I think they're good. They'll be okay. I think it's no Harry Potter, but it's fine. It's in the same Wizarding World.
Well, like I said, I just got into it because I started rewatching the Harry Potters just because I was like, I haven't seen this. Yeah, I thought they were good movies though. Like I agree with you. I think the first time I tried to watch Fantastic Beasts, I was bored out of my fucking mind. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I think it was like I had to remember, like, all right, this isn't Harry Potter. And I had to remember that, and like Harry's not gonna be here. Harry's still a sperm. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's nothing. I don't even think his parents. No, it's because Dumbledore's still like.
Yeah, he's
a professor and stuff.
That was back when he was slurping. But no, it was back in the day, so I had to get past that, and then like, all right, this is pretty good.
No, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it.
And it was cool to see all the Fantastic Beasts.
It was cool. It was a cool movie. I liked it. I'm ready for the Hogwarts game and see if there's anything in that. Grindelwald.
I'm very ready for it. I kind of want to. I think I was telling you, I want to just download the fucking Harry Potter books on Audible.
Yeah, so I wish I could give you my account because then you wouldn't have to buy them.
Maybe I can find them illegally.
I mean, it's whack, in my opinion, because I've listened to all the audiobooks. But I had a coworker who found the audiobooks online. They were just read by like a YouTuber. That was their YouTube channel. They just read the Harry Potter books.
Okay.
So you can find it. But like I was so used to the audiobook that I listened to that and I'm like, oh, I could listen to that. But he loved it. He was like, oh, this is amazing. But he'd never heard the audiobooks before, so it's like,
I'm sure the audiobooks are like real professional voice readers and shit.
Well, it's just one reader, but
they have a British accent?
Yes. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Harry ran back upstairs to his bedroom, arriving at the window just in time to see the Dursleys'
Are you falling asleep?
out of the drive and off up the road.
I can't listen to that dude. Turn that shit off.
Top hat was visible between Aunt Petunia and Dudley in the back.
So now you're not gonna buy the Audible books?
No, I'm gonna go look it up on YouTube. It'll be one of those dudes like Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm gonna try and find it for you just so I can send it to you.
Sorcerer's Stone.
That's pretty much exactly what you sounded like.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Riding a broom. Dude, that's what we should make a YouTube video just us reading the Harry Potter.
That would be funny.
It would be really fucking cool, just so I can make British accents the whole time.
That one's 8 hours long, just so you know.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Come on over to Hogwarts. In it.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we could.
We could think about it.
Yeah, I don't know of any other books that I could read, so.
No, not well, at least.
Nah, I can fucking read a little Dr. Seuss for my children's.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Now, the Game of Thrones books are pretty good, too, if you ever give those a try.
I should. One time I tried to read The Hobbit.
Oh, those are tough reads.
And
The Hobbit's easier than Lord of the Rings.
I got a page in, and I was like, man, these people are fucking nerds. And stuff. I was like, these people suck. Who reads this bullshit?
All right, do you want to hear how Game of Thrones sounds? All right, so this is how the Game of Thrones.
This is Audible. I'm looking for a maid of 3 and 10.
He does
Tell
voices.
the grey-haired good wife.
That's what I want to
beside
hear.
the village well. A high-born maid and very beautiful, with blue eyes and auburn hair.
This would be with blue eyes and auburn hair.
Years, or perhaps with a fool.
Perhaps it's a fool.
As I recall, sir.
Not as I recall. That dude, that would
I
be
like it better,
that would
yeah.
be fun.
I like
wouldn't
that
it?
one better.
Yeah,
I
he
like
does
when they do the
voices.
voices because
Yeah.
I love dudes when they do women voices,
But
especially
he
like
doesn't.
British accents.
He doesn't do women voices. He just still does like a fucking.
Because I was like, Mr. Stark.
He does.
That's how they do.
It is-
Mr. Stark, what are you doing in there?
It is something like that. Yep.
She exclaimed.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I like audiobooks. I could do
I
that.
should have been a book reader for a living.
Yeah.
Strictly with British
British.
books.
Well,
That's
they're
it,
the
that's
best.
all
They're the only one people. When I hear like an American, I'm like, ew. Disgusting.
Yeah, well, it's because you have the only people in America that should read books like on Audible is
Like Morgan
really
Freeman.
Southern people. Nah, fuck that Southern people.
Oh,
They are way better.
give me your best Southern accent.
It's like when he's like, "You're a wizard, Harry," stuff like that. We're going over to Hogwarts and we're going to ride on the brooms, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. You want to ride on me broomstick in there?
I think we could do it. Yeah, we should try.
Yeah. It would be completely unlistenable.
Yeah. We were like, oh, hey, you're going to do Harry. I'm going to do Ron. With this, I'll do Hermione. And then we just fuck up the voice. It's a new voice every time.
Yeah. I'm Harry Potter.
I'm Harry Potter.
I'm just a wee lad. My parents were killed by Voldemort.
Have you seen my owl?
Have you seen Edwig? He's a big white owl. He's floating around here. Dating?
I am not dating anybody.
Just,
We were just hanging out right now.
I meant, this is sex, by the way. That was very bad.
Oh, no, we're not doing that. I would never.
Yeah, I think sex is overrated. Even if I could have sex, I just wouldn't because gross.
Exactly. Maybe with you, but not with like.
I would never have sex with you. If I was gonna be gay, it would not be with a man like you.
I think it would be. I think
I'd
you'd love me.
want-
You'd love me more than any man you could ever meet.
Yeah, but I want somebody I can fucking dominate. You know what I'm saying? And not that I couldn't dominate.
No,
you,
yeah,
because I
thank
could,
you,
like,
thank you, thank you. No,
No,
I
that's
I
what
get
I'm
what
saying.
you're saying. Thank you, Brad.
What I'm saying is,
I understand.
would
It would
want,
never. I understand.
I would want a little twink.
Yeah. You
that I
want?
could just fucking.
I think you would want Jules.
Yeah.
You're like Cal,
Well, who's Cal?
the dad.
Oh yeah, the dad. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck me a bunch of little twinks.
Yep. You're like
But
the
Jules
dad.
is a girl.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
You transphobe. Canceled
Yeah,
already.
canceled. Sorry. Just
Oh, wait, Jules did have some little juicy fucking tits too. But go ahead.
I was gonna have a compilation of every time you just say juicy fucking tits.
Oh, just juicy, dude.